Hey, it's So from So's Real Thoughts. Today we're going to do something very, very special, which is I'm going to do a director's commentary on my short film, Liquor Store Babies. I'm so happy to announce that Liquor Store Babies is now online, so you can watch it. Go watch it before you tune in to this director's commentary where I break down the shots, the equipment that I use, and just kind of everything that I felt during this process. I'm super happy because last year I shot this doc through Visual Communications Armed with the Camera program where they kind of provided me mentorship, finances, and things like that, and really supported me throughout the process from pre-production to post. And so if you are a API filmmaker based out in Los Angeles, I definitely recommend you to apply to this fellowship. They are amazing. I really could not have done this doc without them. Whether it's a doc, whether it's a narrative, just apply. So Liquor Store Babies, or LSB like I like to call it, is a short documentary based on me and my friend as liquor store babies, as sons and daughters of liquor store owners. Yes, our dad owns liquor stores, convenience stores in the Los Angeles area, and this has been our main Korean American stereotype. And so this is a subject that I always want to explore. You want to hear the official logline? Liquor Store Babies explores the intersecting lives of two friends and their fathers, each of whom own liquor stores, as they take a real look at how their lives and dreams are cyclical and ever connected to one another. Wow, that sounds so much better than what I just explained, right? This is a subject that's always been near and dear to me, so I am super excited to share with you. And not only is a short film release, but I'm actually turning this short film into a feature-length documentary, and I need your help. Currently, we are crowdfunding for the feature-length documentary, which is called Liquor Store Dreams. And so I'm super excited. I will explain after we watch the short doc why I want to expand it, what it will entail, and everything that's gonna go along with that. So please tell all your friends, please donate anything that you can, and I will also, link the link down below. Let's just get started, shall we? Oh my god, are you ready for this? We're gonna be watching this together. I'm telling you, go watch it by yourself before you watch it with me, because, spoiler alert, there's gonna be a lot. It's only 5 minutes, but it always gets me. Okay, here we go. That's my dad. This is the day I shot by myself,
나
so
이거 촬영하는 거 어떻게 생각해?
I had to set everything up by
평범하긴
myself.
직장 생활하고 이러면 좋은데 영화는 힘든 것 같아. 한국도 힘든데 여기는 미국 아니야. 더 힘들지.
이것도 힘들잖아.
어?
리커스토어 하는 거야.
아니 이거 말고 힘든 걸 하니까 그게 좀 뭐라 그럴까 마음이 아파서 그런 거지.
Tearjerker. This is a shot I had to set by myself. This was like one day. I think I shot for maybe 3-4 consecutive days. And so for me, a lot of the liquor store business, everything is very repetitive. So a lot of times I just kind of was like, all right, I'm just going to follow you for the entire day. Just kind of go around, do your business, and let's see what unravels, because it feels pretty mundane. My dad does have a routine. He goes in, opens the store at like, I think 7 a.m., I think. Has his coffee, which is like the Maxim, which is like typical Korean coffee, instant coffee drink. He does take naps throughout the day if need be. It sucks. It is tiring because he's there the entire day. And then we shot this at night around 8 p.m. He is still there by himself. Tedious. So my friend Danny, his store is in Skid Row.
When did your parents have this?
It just kind of worked out really well that he agreed to do this, and like my dad, I kind of just followed him throughout the day. This is another day that we ended up we just shot the interview portion. Of course, these are photographs that he let me use, which I'm really thankful for. His story always gets to me. I feel that's oh my god. I'm gonna start crying.
I was very resistant.
This is actually a photo I took. I'm so glad I actually took this photo. This was like 5 years ago, and I didn't have a photo to myself, and so this is kind of something I staged. And my friend Edward Cushionberry
growing up,
took
I
those
asked
photographs
myself,
of
if I could
me.
work anywhere, where would it be? And the one place I could think
He's
of was
brilliant. Go check him
getting
out.
a job at Nike. It was a big deal. Everybody was really proud, but
I'm so
after my
amazed
dad
that
passing away,
Danny has a
story,
pretty story of how he got the job at
knowing
Nike, and it's
that's very
incredible
difficult to manage a store of this capacity.
that will go into the feature-length film. This does not even show how he got the job at Nike. And I always
When I think about my parents,
I resonate with
I don't
his
wanna
story
let them
so
down.
much,
all the sacrifices
almost
they made.
more than I do
So
with
I always
mine.
think
But
if I
it's
don't
because I'm
pursue
living
this
it.
career, then
I brought a
What is
DP
it
friend
all
on
for?
for this particular day. That's why
always
it's
look at
shot
it
so
about
much better, obviously.
hard
Dawn Shim,
to
she's
come to a country where they
amazing.
didn't know any of the language or anybody else, and were able to make this much of themselves.
Yeah.
I can
It's hard
do
to get
just
your
the same
parents
in my own career.
candid like these
hard.
moments that
But also
only
doing
I
something
feel like
that they'll be
I could
proud of.
only capture, sadly.
What is it in the
Gene
end?
Ream, who is the co-producer and co-editor of this, was the other shooter on that day with me. So it was a
군인하고
pretty
경찰이 멋있었길라.
skeleton crew.
아빠는 이게 제일
I took these photographs of my dad a couple years back,
But 진짜로
just so I can.
일은 일.
Yeah.
Like 아빠, 엄마 안 도와줬으면 못해.
Ugh, I can't even look at myself on film, but this is for the greater good, I guess.
너 단지 후회만 하지 마라.
R.I.P. blonde hair. Love that hair. Gets me
I
every
don't
time.
feel in any way like coming back here and leaving my dream job. I forfeited anything. You know, at the end of his life, we were like best
This
friends.
is like the part
We
that
were
really gets
hugging
me
each other, hugging
all the
each other,
time.
saying
Ugh,
I love you to each
okay.
other. During the time he was passing away, I was working on a book.
This song is by City Girl. She makes really great music, which I guess the category is lo-fi.
That he's just another-
She's amazing. I love listening to her, especially in the morning. It's very calming. I love this shot. One of my favorite shots that I shot myself. It's very hard.
And I live my life day to day.
This was an amazing quote that Danny's dad said, which feels very reminiscent and kind of true to
해피.
who we are as Americans. Oh my god. As you can see, basically, it was a pretty tight crew, and I'm thankful to a lot of people who kind of helped me along through this process. So I'm glad I was able to kind of watch this with you, even though most of the time I was explaining a lot of things. Like I said, I did it through Armed with the Camera Fellowship. They help a lot of people, and I'm eternally thankful to them for everything. Now that you watched it on your own and then watched it again with me, please let me know what you thought. I hope I provided enough information. I mean, this was such a... I feel like there's so much that went into it, from pre-production to production to post, and especially a lot of it was me just planning, okay, I'm gonna shoot on certain days, this, what are the shots that I need. I make sure I have a shot list, even if it is documentary, and try to figure out what is the best way to kind of frame the story, and what's like the point that I want to jump off from, and what is the theme that's surrounding this one thing, which was mostly me asking my dad how he would feel if I took over the store business, or what he wants me to do when he passes away. Does he want me to take over the store, or things like that? And then planning with Danny and figuring out which days I want to shoot with him, and seeing like what crew is available. It was a very, very skeleton crew. Like I said, I shot with my Sony A7S. I just rented a Zeiss lens to make it look a little bit better, and that's kind of how we shot. We didn't really have enough money to shoot with like reds or things like that, and so we're like, let's just use what we have. And this is a camera that I own and I've been using for a while, and so we shot with that. And then for sound, either sometimes I would just use in camera sound, which I do not recommend. We did have a Zoom and a Lav that we ended up using for the interviews, which the sound obviously turned out way better. Going forward, we're probably gonna possibly shoot with the same camera or just upgrade slightly, because I did like the way that it looked, and so I want to keep it somewhat consistent, especially because I am going to use some of this footage to shoot my future footages. I already mentioned that the music was by City Girl. She's amazing. I edited this with my co-editor, co-producer, Jean Ream. She's done terrific things in the past, so I kind of brought her on, and after I had the first edit, I was like, oh my god, make this so much better. And she did. She really, in 5 minutes, to tell this kind of concise story was such a struggle, and at times people were like, maybe drop you or Danny, like you can't tell both stories. And I'm like, this is the story I want to tell, and this is the way I'm gonna do it. And so Jean just kind of went in, like moved things around and just made it work. And she's a miracle worker. She's amazing. Go hire her. She's truly a genius. And so I was really fortunate to have someone like Jean, especially. She had so much knowledge of just the story and just how it should flow and exactly what I wanted and how to frame it in this space. We edited with Premiere, which I always recommend. I don't really edit with anything else. I truly just am like a believer in Premiere, of course. And then I got it colored, and then I got some of the sound fixed so you don't have any ruffles and things like that, and for it to smoothly transition with the music. And that's about it, I guess. Eventually, once I got into film festivals, I had to turn it into a DCP, which was a process as well. Had to make post-production like materials with posters, postcards, things like that, which is a whole different beast. So like I said previously, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually turn this short film into feature-length documentary. Think for me, because I grew up in a liquor store, and this has been our Korean American stereotype. I have never really seen this on screen told in our perspective, and because it's been something that's been so part of our identity, I want to explore my own journey as well as other children of liquor store owners in the Los Angeles area, and also tell a little bit of the history of like Korean Americans in LA and how we got that stereotype, and especially like when you look at media and film, like the way we are portrayed, talk about that a little bit, as well as like when you trace it back to the LA riots, especially because the media played such a big part in telling our own narrative as Koreans. The LA riots was a Los Angeles issue. And of course, instead of focusing on the white policemen who brutally beat Rodney King, they kind of focused the narrative into pitting Black and Korean merchants together. And that was kind of what I saw on television. And that is like the narrative that I've seen in history books and things like that, when honestly that was not the case. Like everybody in Los Angeles was affected, and the riots happened. Come on, let's focus on the real issue. As you can tell, I want to focus on a lot of things, and I think it's just so important, especially telling our own stories. And if you're not seeing your story out there, you have to tell it. And everybody's stories are so unique, and it's almost, I feel very honored to be telling this specific story, because it's not only about the community, but it's for the community, and I really, really want to see something out there like this. So I'm creating it, and I hope you'll join in with me. Please donate anything that you can. You'll definitely be in for a wild ride, and I'll update you every so often about what's happening, what's going on, and I hope I can come back, especially for the feature-length film, and do a commentary like this where I literally break down like a much bigger budget and much bigger equipment possibly and things like that. So I'm super excited. Come join the fam. It's been a process. It's just a lot of things going on, you know. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed our first ever director's commentary. I hope I can do more on this channel. It feels really great because I know I have not made a video in a while, and this is what I've been doing, and it's been really, really exciting. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this with me. This was so fun. I actually really, really enjoyed just kind of talking and just sharing everything that kind of went on in the last year, especially within this production. And like I always say, I will see you on the flip side. Bye.